Hi, welcome to winemastery.co.uk. My name's John Lightford and this is...
John Miff.
And we're here to tell you all about wine. Hopefully help you find the wine, if not the wines that you will absolutely adore. And what a great opportunity we have to try different wines now we're in lockdown. First of all, from Wine Mastery to all you healthcare workers, everyone that's on the front line, delivering, keeping public service going, our respect. Thank you very much indeed. For any of you that have got relatives that are ill with the virus or suffering otherwise, our hearts go out to you. We wish you a very speedily recovery. But obviously we're in lockdown, and John and I are not able to do this as we would normally do this in the cellar. So we're doing with a Zoom call, and we thought we'd just talk about, and I wanted to find out from John about how he is serving his customers, his wine and his cheese customers in the current environment. So John, I mean, what's been happening? We've been locked down. Those shops are allowed to open. Everyone sort of tends to think of that as supermarkets. Have people been coming to the shop? What's been happening with you?
Well, yeah, I mean, as you'll know, it's been a very unusual few weeks. Well, I said few weeks, but what 5? It's been just unreal, surreal. The world quite literally has gone mad. But shop-wise, like you said, a lot of people, we were terrible classed as essential, and found out that in these hard times, alcohol definitely is very essential. But yeah, we were very, very lucky to stay open, despite just a little independent on the high street. But what we have noticed, initially, we noticed that obviously with the shops, the supermarkets being so busy, people queuing to get in. I mean, most people must have seen this regularly, queuing around car parks, out of car parks, queuing an hour and a half, 2 hours to get into the supermarket. But a lot of people have discovered that you can get 95% of things you get in the supermarket on the high street now. We've seen a lot of it. It took a few days for people to notice, but then afterwards, we actually got, a few people started coming on in and, saying, I didn't realise you'd be open and it's so much easier here and they get all the bits and pieces. But we diversified slightly in that we started to offer home deliveries, which we didn't know what would happen with them. And maybe a week and a half into it, actually started picking up, and people were calling because one of the things the supermarkets were offering or not offering, I should say, you were only allowed 2 bottles per person, which as you and I know, John, that is 2 bottles per person doesn't go very far. And also looking at a week or 2 delivery. So basically, what we did, we started shutting shop at 3 o'clock, taking orders through the day, then 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock doing the delivery. So we would offer people, if you want to buy 5 bottles of wine, I'd sell you 500. Not that anybody's taking me up on that. But we also offered same-day delivery. I think that caught a lot of people's attention. So it actually it started picking up. Now, we're not breaking records or anything, but it's keeping our heads above water. And I think in today's climate, keeping your head above water is doing well because there's a lot of people who are not. So we are, we're very lucky in that respect. And also, another respect is it actually gets me out of the house, because I'm sure a lot of people out there are going a bit stir crazy. So I'm lucky enough to go to work and then be able to do these deliveries. I mean, we've just started a new thing where, because so many people on lockdown, a lady called us and said, "Oh, it's her brother's birthday," and she couldn't get to see him, but would we be able to send a hamper? And as you know, we make all these bespoke hampers, a lot around Christmas, but we put that on our social media, and that was really, I was surprised how many people have taken us up on that. Lots of people have gone for it. But when you think about it, it's a lovely idea, if you're in lockdown and then on your birthday, can you imagine having that gift of food, cheese and wine delivered to your door? It really appeals to me. So that in a way is, again, keeping us going.
So in terms of the people, presumably you're getting customers that you already know, but presumably then are you also getting customers that are actually new to you, that haven't used the shop before?
Yeah, well, social media is a very strong thing, isn't it? And what you tend to find, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not good at social media myself, but we have a lady who works in forest, and something as simple as saying it when somebody's received an order, if they just tag us in. And then you're right, we've got so many folk who have never been to us before, but then they've seen that we've delivered this cheese and wines to people, and so they wanted to get in on that action. So we have had a fair few new people, but there's a lot of really loyal customers out there as well. I mean, and I thank them all that are still ordering from us and are doing it on a weekly basis. And we're having a few folks that actually physically come into the shop. But again, we're all social distance and things, so we're not getting too many, which is understandable. If you look at on any high street right now, there's not many people around.
No. And in terms of what, obviously part of the offering that Shervicks have and other independent retailers of wine is that you can take somebody and you can discuss what they want and they can look at the bottle and you can probably find and guide them to a wine that would be suitable for them. So how are you handling that at the moment?
Well, again, I think we've had a few customers who don't get the option. They've just gone to the supermarket and pick that off the shelf and hand that. So obviously when people have called us and they'll say, they don't really know what they want. So they will say, when they say, no, I want a bottle of white wine, of course, it's not quite as simple as having a bottle of, sorry, John, that's just run up. But they will say they would like a white wine, X amount of money. And so you then get to talk to them and say, okay, what kind of wine do you like? And say, well, I've had the Sauvignon or I like this. So it's really interesting that we can then get those. And I mean, I had today a gentleman, I remember what he specifically, I think he asked for a Shiraz, if I was right. And I delivered it last week at some point. And he actually sent me a private message just today with the picture of the wine saying, will you put a case of this aside, please? It's the best wine I've ever tasted.
Really?
And that again is from, somebody who is not a regular customer, who he might have used the shop before, I'm unsure, but he's definitely not a regular. But to get something like that is quite good.
It is. And so do you know what that Shiraz, off the top of your head, can you remember what that Shiraz was?
Yeah, so I can't remember. It's an Australian. It's one of our top-end Shiraz. Wow, I can't remember the exact name, but I can find out for you, John.
Okay. Put it down. I'll put it down below in the. I'll put it down below in the comments. Yeah.
I'll send a picture for you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, that'll be good. I mean, obviously, it's so presumably, I mean, that sort of service is, it's very convenient when you're in a supermarket. And, supermarkets, as we know, some of the wines they have are very, very good. But obviously, I guess the difference is that when someone wants something a little bit special, that they come to you. So obviously, quite naturally, you tend to focus more on the slightly more expensive wines. So have you had to change your stocking profile? Because, some people might not be able to afford to spend £20 or £15 on a bottle of wine.
We have, John. We've done it that way. Because a lot of people have also said, when we've been in the supermarkets, they used to spend, £5 to £8 per bottle, which is absolutely fine. But we don't really carry a lot of those in stock, really. I mean, we start around £8 or £9 and go from there. So because we've had a lot of people ask for that, or, when they're making the order, because again, they've had the wherever, and we'll say, what do you like, and what's your budget? And they'll say, well, up to £8 kind of thing. So we've had to change and get a fair few, I would say budget wines, but better price wines, which have also gone down.
Excellent. And in terms of being able to get the wine, is the wine available from wholesalers or?
The wine or alcohol in general, I think it's coming through really quite easy, because a lot of the people I deal with, or suppliers, they supply pubs and restaurants. And as you know, pubs and restaurants are not doing anything at the moment. So I think when they get the order, they're very keen and they get it out to us. We've had same day delivery on a lot of things we wouldn't usually get, but the stock is definitely there, definitely coming through. So
in terms of it's not a problem in terms of you keeping your customers happy and replenishing your stocks, you're able to do that very easily. Easy. And you mentioned the hampers and sort of getting those, which is a lovely idea for sort of birthday presents, and I guess, or Easter's gone now, but those any other sort of anniversaries or celebratory occasions. So what would is that just wine that you send out, or do you add cheese in? And do you add the cheese that you would normally recommend with that wine? We can basically, we do have examples of what we can make online. I think about 20 different hampers. But pretty very basically, we charge £10 for the hamper and the making up of, and then you can specify exactly what you want. If we sell it, they can go into the hamper.
90% of the hampers do tend to be wine and cheese. And as you said, the wine we put in, usually we put cheese, which match the wine perfectly. Crackers, chutney, pate, literally whatever you want, whatever I sell, I'll put to a hamper for you.
Right.
And it's very, you can tailor them exactly to the friend or family member you're sending them to. You know, for instance, if you've got a vegetarian friend or someone who doesn't like blue cheese, you know, so it's bespoke every single one.
Right, but that's, and I guess the other thing that I think you mentioned to me on the phone last week was that because there was in town normally there's a greengrocers that's open that had closed for a while, and you were actually offering that service as well, vegetables as well.
Yeah, again, well, we're in a very unusual time, aren't we? As a small business to survive, we need to diversify, and yeah, the fruit and veg shop closed in Brighouse, and I mean we make sandwiches through the day as well, so we already use a fruit and veg wholesaler. So we thought, well, we may as well, jump on that as such, because people still want them. But we did make it very easy for ourselves. We just simply had a box, as we're still doing, and they're going very well. Is a box of veg and a box of fruit, and actually people don't get to choose and tell them what they want in there. But there is like a good selection, which we'll see a family for over the week.
Excellent, fantastic. So you've really, well, I mean, obviously, as well as being entrepreneurial, it's also providing a service to the community, isn't it? That would otherwise not be getting those products that they want. And at the moment, for people in the current circumstances, it is very frustrating for a lot of people. So just having these little things that ease the frustration is really, really, really useful. So I'm not surprised.
We also do offer a service where if for instance, the butchers just down the street from us, I've got Rycon Whole Foods, which offer, a lot of health supplements and things. If people call us with an order and they would perhaps like, I don't know, a couple of pork chops in there, we simply go and buy the pork chop or whatever it might be. If the business is open in Brighouse and we can procure these items, we will. We only charge then because it's an add-on as such. But they've made their order from us and then they say they want a couple of pork chops down the road, which cost £3 or £4. We'll just buy it from them and just charge £3 or £4 and just put it in with their order.
Excellent, fantastic. So I know that we said that we because we didn't want to miss out on tasting some wine this evening. So I've got a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc, Australian Sauvignon Blanc by Don Maxwell. What have you decided to drink this evening?
Well, this is when we were talking about these new wines we're getting in. We've got a whole lot of new wine. So I've got a Pinot Noir called Whale Point, and it's from Australia. Now I can't remember ever stocking or selling an Australian Pinot Noir. So I thought we'll give it a try. Now we've only had it in the shop for about a week or so, and it's a fairly well priced wine at $10.99 for a Pinot Noir. I think is a very good price. So I thought I'd give that a go.
Okay, fine. Well, that's going to be interesting. Well, I say I've got this salmon. Do you want to do yours first, and then I'll do mine in a moment?
Okay. Well, I've had this glass there, breathing and warming. So, colour first, John. Colour first.
Yeah.
Well, it's none of that purple rim.
Oh no! Oh.
It's a very light, but very vibrant, garnety colour. I'd say. I don't know if anybody there you'll be able to tell that. Yeah, but you can see straight. It's not very thick, very light, but the colour is very, very appealing. I'm liking that. So I'm going to Gold Nose. It's a Pinot Noir.
How can you tell? Why do you say that?
It has that. There's kind of a raspberry smell in there, but then there's that underlying. I don't know, that typical
Forest floor.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it is there. But it is there, but it's not. It's not subtle as such, and I didn't think. I'm going on price here. I thought $10.99. That might be not good, if you know what I mean. But that's so far so good on that. So I'm gonna have a little go at that. Okay. Now the raspberry comes through on the flavour. which is good. There's not much else there, not much depth, but maybe another little good. Yes. Well, raspberry's the predominant one there. A bit of cherry in there as well. Tannins are really light, very light. But the wine in general is quite, I'd say, thin. But I'm not saying that in a bad way, because this is, I wouldn't say it's my kind of wine. It's not particularly, definitely Pinot Noir, you can have that. Light and fruity and easy, which I suppose you can say about a lot of wine. Then that nice, easy on the tannins. In fact, the tannins are almost non-existent there, which would make this a really good wine for people who are first starting out on the red wine journey.
Yeah.
I think you wouldn't go far wrong with that in that respect.
And could it take being chilled as well?
Quite possibly. I didn't even think about that yet. It's got a little bit of a menthol in there as well. I'm saying this now as I'm drinking it more. I said it's not really my type. As I'm taking more in, I'm thinking, yeah, actually, that is nice. I mean, at $10.99, yeah, I'd say that's not a bad Pinot Noir. Not particularly my style, but.
Well, you're more into the Rioja, aren't you, personally? Your personal taste is more of a Rioja, oaked, heavier wine.
Yeah, and I like a bit more complexity in there. But I do like that oaky. But no, all in all, John, not a bad wine.
So do you want to give it a score?
I was just thinking about a score, but I didn't know if we're going to do it. As a Pinot Noir, just score it in general. I'd say a good 78, 79.
Yeah? Okay, yeah. Very good.
Not a bad wine at all.
Very good. And it's
John, I'm going to have to finish it, aren't I?
Oh, you're going to have to now. You're going to have to. Obviously, only in the only so that you can do your research properly, for no other reason.
Johnny goes without to say. Now, tell me about your Sauvignon.
Right, my Sauvignon. Well, actually, it's a nice straw-coloured Sauvignon. It looks crisp and clean and sparkly, so it looks very, very inviting. It's got that typical Sauvignon smell, which you'd expect, being as it's a Sauvignon, so you really would expect that. And I'm getting a little bit of, I'm always confused when I try to decipher between either apricot or peach. I always find it's like, is it apricot? Is it peach? I find it's really difficult in the memory bank. And I learned this week that actually the sort of receptors go up to a part of your brain that actually tries to decide what the taste is. And actually that's why when you taste, it's an interpretation of what the smell or the taste is. And that's why when you taste leather, I've learned now what that smell or what that taste is, what you call leather, but I don't taste the same. And it's due to this thing that actually decides, it does the interrogation and comes out with what you think it is. And that's why we all have this slightly different perception of what things taste of.
And it all being subjective as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So I'd probably go peach as the predominant nose of that. Is it okay if I go for a drink now?
Oh, you do. Treat yourself, John. You deserve it.
Some Sauvignon Blancs, you can taste them and you can immediately feel that acid. And I know you suffer if you drink too much Sauvignon Blancs with acid tummy, it upsets you.
Yeah.
This has just got like a little edge of that, but not particularly very heavy. But it's got that little, that little bit of soundness, but it is that little bit. But it is.
I've never heard acidity described quite so well.
So, but it's not overwhelming. It's just like when you think, oh, what's that? And then you think about it, it brings that sort of slight water to you, but in a nice way, a nice sort of slight watery to your eyes. But I say in a nice way, it's not detrimental to it. And then it's got the peach flavour comes out, and it's quite fresh. And it's quite, it's not too viscous, so it does feel refreshing. I think you'd probably be easily on a summer's day on the lawn. You easily.
Never mind.
You'd easily be able to get through quite a lot of it. So very subtle. And then, in actual fact, for a white wine, its length, its aftertaste is very nice and very, considerable. I'm surprised that I can still taste it. I can surprised at the length of the taste, and it's slightly mellowed, but not so. Certainly after when you swallowed that acidity disappears straight away, and you're just left with the fruit taste. It's really, really quite nice.
Okay, how much was it?
I knew you were going to ask that question. I don't know, but I will put a link down below. I'm gonna guess it was somewhere around about the £12 mark. I'm guessing, but I will put the
£12.
Yeah.
Well, you're spending £12 on a bottle of wine. That's not like you.
I know, but I think it was. I think that we tasted this last year. We went to Leeds. Do you remember to that wine tasting? Was it last year or the year before?
Wasn't it? Was it?
Might well have been the year before now, and we met the actual winemaker at that exhibition, or whatever it was, and so I thought, I seem to remember liking it at the time. I'll give it a go. And as it was an auspicious occasion, seeing you after 3 weeks, even though it's on Zoom, I thought I'd just push the boat out and drink an expensive bottle of wine.
You did right, John. You worth it. You're worth it. Oh, £12. So go on then. What would you give that? Because you scored me. What was your score?
I'd say for a Sauvignon Blanc, I'm going to put that at 80.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. I think it's you got me questioning now whether it was as much as I'm suggesting. So if it's lower price, then all the better for it in terms of value for money. So it is very nice. It is very nice indeed. So I think one of the things that we would be very happy to do at the moment in terms of all being in lockdown. I'm sure there's some questions that you'd like to ask about wine. Why don't you just put in a comment below or drop us an email at john@winemastery.co.uk, and we're both John, so it can come to both of us, and we'll be happy to respond either directly to the email or to the comment, or indeed we may well mention you in a video and actually cover the question in our video, either on LinkedIn, Facebook, or indeed one of these YouTube videos. So is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers who are stuck at home? Is there any great sort of pearls of wisdom that you'd like to suggest that they try with wine while they're stuck indoors?
I have no pearls of wisdom, John. I'm a cheesemonger. But what we'll say, first of all, everybody stay safe. And again, the NHS and key workers, we couldn't be more proud. Also, take advantage of this time that we are. I know it's a dreary time for us all, but we've also got the chance to, just be at home, enjoy each other as such. And I know for a fact my, drinking has been quite obscene. Well, I've been in lockdown. But then I was like, we're never going to hopefully never going to get a chance to do this again, where we can enjoy our own homes, our families, gardens, and wine together. So go just enjoy this while you can. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, enjoy the moment and try and make the most of things. I know that we're all sort of, when we can't do something else, we always concentrate on what we can't do rather than what we can. And as you say, taking advantage of, being with our loved ones and having more time to spend with them. So, well, I guess with that, we'll probably wrap up. If you would like to press the thumbs up button, help more viewers find their way to us, and we'd appreciate that. It'll help our channel. Also, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Please comment below. Again, that helps in terms of the interaction with YouTube and getting our videos out there and to other people that may well enjoy them. And so until the next time, from me, John Lightfoot, is goodbye, and
from me, John Murphy, goodbye.
Au revoir. Till next time. See you there. Chin chin.
Chin.